20 to 25% of American retirees who move overseas end up coming back. If you are retiring abroad, if you don't want to be one of them, you're going to want to stick around. We're going to break down the real reasons why people fail and how you can set yourself up to thrive. Before we dive in though, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment below. And if you want to connect with us more personally, you can join our online meetups, grab our free monthly newsletter, or even book a one-to-one session with us at www.it'llbefunretirement.com. First, let's talk about mindset. Too many people move abroad for the wrong reasons. They're mad about politics. They're mad about taxes. They're mad about healthcare. They think if they just cross a border, all those problems will magically go away. I've seen it. People packed up because they were mad at Trump that got elected. Others packed up because they were mad that Biden got elected. It doesn't matter which side. It's the same mistake. At this point, I should tell you who we are and why we're even here talking about all this. We didn't move abroad because we were angry at America. We didn't leave because of politics or frustration. We moved because we wanted to build a bigger life. We wanted to create a new chapter, one filled with new adventures, new learnings, and new experiences. We spent years traveling all over the United States, and we loved it. Every part of it. Small towns, national parks, coastlines, the back roads. We soaked it all in. But there was this dream always just sitting out there, to roam Europe. The problem was, we weren't millionaires. We couldn't just buy houses in both places and bounce around whenever we wanted. We couldn't fly first class back and forth, living the jet set life. We had to figure out another way. We had to build a life that let us live out that dream and still be smart, responsible, and realistic. That's how we ended up here, living in Portugal, traveling across Europe, and building this community through our YouTube channel. We've made mistakes. We've learned the hard way sometimes, and we're still learning. But we're here to tell you this. You can absolutely do it. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be lucky. You don't have to have a secret trust fund. We show you how to rub those nickels together until they spark. Because after all the years you've worked, you deserve a retirement that's full of life, not full of fear. Now, back to why so many people return home and how you can avoid being one of them. Let's be honest. If you're moving out of anger, frustration, or fear, instead of moving towards a clear, joyful vision, you're carrying all those problems with you. And believe me, those problems will catch up with you fast. Immigration isn't running away. It's choosing to rebuild. New systems, new culture, new rules, new realities. If you're not ready for that, no country can save you. Next, healthcare. 17% of older Americans indicated that they or a family member have skipped necessary care in the past year because of financial constraints, according to KFF. Everyone loves to tell you how great healthcare is in Europe, and it is good, but it's not perfect either, and it's not fast. So you will need to purchase private insurance, and it gets more expensive as you age, yet not so expensive that you have to forgo your own care. Cancer care, major surgeries, emergency care, all are handled by the public system, like Portugal's SNS. The public system is strong, but you're going to wait. Private insurance doesn't make surgeries or cancer treatments happen faster. What it does give you is better access to general doctors, easier follow-up visits with your specialists, and nicer hospitals. And right now, countries like Spain and Italy are tightening up how and when immigrants can fully access their public healthcare systems. You need to have full legal residency. You may need to live in a specific area, and you may find wait times in income-based payments. Even once you get into public care, you're going to want to have private insurance on top of that. Most countries will require you to come up with some kind of healthcare plan. Don't gamble. Pick a good one. Next up, let's talk about language. When we moved, we thought our basic tourist Portuguese would get us through. It did, theoretically. Sure, you can order a coffee, you can ask for directions, but when you have to argue with your insurance company or deal with government paperwork or sit in a hospital bed trying to explain what's wrong, good luck with doing that in broken Portuguese. A European Commission study found that immigrants who learned the local language, even to a basic conversational level, were 70% happier with their lives abroad. And when you aren't happy, if you're lonely because you can't make friends, that's when people decide this journey wasn't for them and they go back home. So take your A1 and A2 classes before you go. Get certified. Don't make our mistake. Now, housing. Everyone loves the flexibility of renting. But let's be real. Rents in Portugal and Spain are skyrocketing. They've jumped over 30% in 3 years, and in some areas like Lisbon, many times more than that. And if you think your landlord won't sell that apartment out from under you, think again. When you're 80 years old, you don't want to be scrambling for a new place to live. We tell people, once you know you want to stay, if at all possible, buy a home. Buy it outright if you can. Mortgages are different here. You can't qualify as easily, and if you use Portugal as an example, you can only get a loan through age 75, and then you will need to have that loan paid off. So if you're 70, you only get 5 years to have a note. Housing security means life security. Money. Living cheap isn't the same as living smart. You can live on $2,000 a month, sure, but we can do it if we needed to. But we also have 2 years of expenses set aside just in case. Because when, not if, the dollar weakens against the euro like it has right now, you need to have breathing room. And we know that's not everyone's situation is the same. For some, they make the adventure young, likely bring a job with them. They don't want to be the one in a panic mode because they ran out of money or because their work ran out dry. It's important to plan breathing room and investments so that you don't have to call in a favor from an old friend to get a job that inevitably drives you back to the United States. Some people have a pension in addition to their Social Security, and that's a big help. Some people will have a solid pile of savings to fall back on. Some won't. You have to plan accordingly to your own reality. If you're a couple like we are, you've got 2 potential sources of Social Security. If either of you have a pension, great. If you don't, you better have backup investments that can carry you when Social Security isn't enough. Because someday, one of you is going to be living on 1 check, not 2. And you want your life to stay strong when this happens, because you don't want to be the one running back home to lean on your family. As for that family, we're lucky. Wolf came with us, but even with him here, we still miss the rest of our family. We built travel into our budget. We planned for visits. We planned to fly home. We planned for all those little moments that turn into big moments. But it's still difficult. The AARP found that 82% of retirees who moved back home did it because they were missing their family. You can't ignore it. You have to face it head on. Budget for it. Prepare for it emotionally. Moving abroad is one of the greatest decisions that we've ever made. It's not easy, it's not perfect, but it's beautiful. And if you do it right, with your eyes open, your finances ready, your heart prepared, you can build a life that's bigger and richer than anything you left behind. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment. And if you want more personal help building your plan, visit us at www.it'llbefunretirement.com. Join our monthly meetup, get our free newsletter, or book a one-to-one session with us. We're here to help you build the retirement you actually deserve.